to dump the tea in the harbor. From there, the British government isn't too happy, and so when they occupy Boston for the second time, amongst the myriad of other repercussions for the Boston Tea Party, shutting down our harbor, shutting down our government, all of that, they also occupy this building, and they tear up the floors, the pews, the galleries. They leave only the East Gallery. They burn it all for firewood, and they turn this into a riding school for horses. Now, the reason we believe that they left this East Gallery was because allegedly there was a bar up there, and so the officers would be able to sit up there, relax, have a drink, watch the horses, some nice entertainment. Now, luckily, Boston was not occupied by the British for long, and so George Washington himself actually would come to this building, and he, after freeing the city, and remark on how ironic it is that the British revere their own churches, and yet are fully willing to desecrate ours. And so he's adamant he wants this place to be rebuilt. And it is eventually. Takes a little bit of time. They do apply for a loan from the government to receive some help rebuilding, and they do not receive it. But going into the 1800s, they're up and running again. We actually have one original pew from that time period. It's the dark one against the wall. And so that is from the 1780s. It's moved around a little bit. It's not in its original location, but it is from that time period. Now, going into the 1800s, they're doing quite well for themselves. As a church, they have shops up and down the streets. The YMCA in America is founded here. Allegedly, Mother Goose worshipped here. Maybe. And in the mid-1850s, they do a lot of renovating because this was an active church. They were also a pretty, wealthy active church. And so they made a lot of changes. Today, we might want to preserve the history of it. We might want it to look exactly like it did back then. But while they were using it, they wanted to stick with the trends, and that's when we got our beautiful white pulpit. That is from 1857. We've got some other stuff from earlier dates. We had a chandelier from 1802. That's a copy of a clock from 1805. The Brown clock from 1808, and so is the soundboard, which is sort of like a ye old microphone. Now, the original congregation would eventually decide to leave. This area is getting